migration. So the headline that I read all the time when I started my training doing this work was out-migration. Well, I'm done looking at that. I'm looking more at who are we gaining. I'm looking deeper into the data. Those moving into rural areas are in their prime earning years. I can't emphasize this enough, that you got people that were in their prime earning years that left their jobs to move out here. And what are we doing to build our economy around that? Would be my question. I'm not an economic developer, but if anybody knows the way forward out of this economic brouhaha we got going now, let me know, and we'll encourage that. But if we don't know, let's go back to their skills. The other trend in rural areas right now economically has been self-employment. Since 2001, the data on wage and salary jobs has consistently gone down in rural areas. Self-employment, huge increase. Where do we spend our resources? Where do we spend our time thinking about what we invest in these newcomers and how? If you want to look at your own data, census data really is going to, I'll say it, suck for rural places starting in year 2000 because they totally redid the census. And they're going to ask about how many people are here, but we're not going to be able to get things as far as income or employment or all these other things. And the American Community Survey is an urban model that we're going to get nothing but regions of data. So enjoy the data while you got it. Actually, it's pretty much over now because even the 2000 census data is almost worthless at this point. IRS has some migration data. Department of Revenue can provide some data to you as far as tax returns go to find out how many people are moving in here. But again, go ask U-Haul. I always thought a cool study would be getting all the U-Haul data and looking at how big, because you don't need people's names or anything like that, just how big were the trucks and which direction and zip codes did they go to. If you had a little dinky thing like I pulled in Missouri behind my pickup, then that's probably a single person or you don't have a lot to move. As opposed to a truck that's the 40-footer or whatever they got that you're moving your entire family in. So U-Haul data can be a good source. Well, we do know it looks like economic reasons bring these newcomers to a region, but they don't select a town right away. Randy's research in Nebraska showed that people looked at 3 to 4 different towns in a region. Like, I know I'm going to be working in the Alex region, but I don't know what town I'm moving to yet. And they kind of shop around, and you never know. There's a, down in Watson, I think it was Watson or Dawson, presenting down there, and there was a couple in the back that was nodding through the whole thing because they were like these newcomers. And they told their story. And the reason they chose, it was Dawson. The reason they chose Dawson is they were in the park playing one day with their kids, and somebody came over and invited them to play volleyball, which is some indoor volleyball. Is that it? Does anybody know what this is?
It's a strange form of racquetball.
Okay, but with a volleyball, and it's indoors, and you got the walls and all this. Well, I had no idea what it was. But that did it for them. They were like, man, we were strangers in this town, and these people just came up and invited us to go play volleyball. And like that, we thought that was pretty cool. So we looked around town more. But I think through all this, you go through a lot of different choices in your life, that our populations aren't the same. Looking at total numbers doesn't give you an idea of the variability within the population.